Ronaldo's text message justifies controversial Neville comments. The Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi debate has been waged for the best part of a decade. And last month Gary Neville put forward an impassioned argument as to why he believes Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time, an opinion that inevitably split the room. Former Manchester United captain Neville discussed Ronaldo's record compared to Messi's and explained why he believes the Portugal international to be the more complete individual. He summarized his point by revealing that Ronaldo would be the player he'd want to call upon from the bench if he was managing a team in need of a last-gasp goal. "I've always ignored the Ronaldo versus Messi argument because I see it as being a fantasy," said Neville on Sky Sports. "But he asked me the question, who would you bring off the bench? I thought it would be Cristiano Ronaldo, it would absolutely be Cristiano Ronaldo. I looked at his goal breakdown, he can score with his left foot, his wrong foot, he can score from distance, he's probably the best poacher in all of football. He can score penalties, and if you hang it up there in the box he can score a header. He might even score a free kick. If you think about the impact from a player and what is the greatest of all time, I've never really answered it, but you look at the stats. It's a phenomenal amount of goals with his wrong foot, it's an outrageous amount of headers. So many goals inside the box, a lot outside the box. Penalties, a massive amount. 125. Hat tricks and free kicks. It actually took me to a point of how we're going to discuss Ronaldo tonight. I do think he's the player I'd bring off the bench if I had to win a football match. To me, I do think he's the best footballer who's ever lived. I do think he's the greatest who's ever lived. That's not bias, that's me looking at answering that question of who I would trust to bring off the bench the most in the most different ways. Who is the most complete player? Messi's goals and Ronaldo's goals, there's no doubt Messi has scored an obscene amount of goals, he's a ridiculous player. It's a hypothetical question. But for me, apart from the wrong-footed goals, the headers, Ronaldo's scored 30 to 40% more with his wrong foot, and he's scored more penalties. It took me to a point where he's more complete. The last part, the most important thing, is that international record of the most international goals ever. He's won 5 Champions Leagues with teams not as good as Messi's teams. The Ballon d'Ors are similar, Messi's won more league titles with that Barcelona team. The Champions Leagues along with the variety of goals he's scored leads me to think he's the best player of all time. As Neville explains, the reason Ronaldo is such an asset to a football team is his determination to win. And we've already seen this point proven just a few months into his first season back at Manchester United, as Rio Ferdinand recently revealed. Ronaldo netted a last-gasp goal in the Champions League against Villarreal last month to ensure the Red Devils took all 3 points from the group game and atoned for their Europa League final defeat by the Spaniards. After the match, Ferdinand revealed details of a text message Ronaldo sent to him